as the intensity of Jesus' life was increasing on the night of his betrayal, he looked to his friend Peter and he asked him this question: can you not watch with me 1 hour? He said, watch and pray so that you don't fall into temptation. He said, for the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I do believe it's right now where Jesus is looking to his church and he's asking us that question: can you not watch with me 1 hour? He's asking us. And what will our answer be? Can we learn to be a people of prayer? Can we learn to watch and wait with the Lord, to understand his heart, to know his heart, to contend for the things that are most important to him, and to see his priorities come to pass in our generation? Will we be ones that can answer that question? Yes, Lord, we will watch with you for 1 hour. That last sentence that Jesus says, he says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I think it's really key for us to understand. If he says the flesh is weak, which is an acknowledgement of our old self, which means that none of us are off the hook. Some of us can easily begin to go down this rabbit trail in our minds that, anytime I pray, anytime I begin to seek the Lord or get into even a corporate prayer gathering, my mind just wanders. It goes all over the place. And I must just not be cut out for prayer, or prayer must just not be my thing. But Jesus here, these are letters of red, Jesus acknowledges that reality. He says, your flesh is weak. And may I encourage you, and that's exactly what Jesus came to conquer through his death and through his resurrection. That old person, that the flesh, is now crucified with Christ, and now we're alive with him in this new way of living. We've been born again. So yes, your old flesh is weak. Yes, your mind is prone to wandering, and your mind is easily distracted. But take heart, because of the first part of what he says the spirit indeed is willing. Jesus has brought about new life in you by allowing his spirit to come and take up residence in you, in me as a child of God. And now within us, the spirit is groaning within us and saying, Abba, Father. It's the spirit within us is longing to answer, yes, I will watch with you 1 hour. So the spirit indeed is willing. Even if your mind is prone to wandering, it's the flesh is weak, you can acknowledge that, but take heart, because the spirit of God is willing. It's willing to participate. It's willing to contend for the things that are most important. It's willing to give of itself sacrificially for the purposes of God in the most important place of prayer. And so very practically, I want to invite our church family to be a part of a very strategic week coming up, which is the week of prayer, the very first week of 2024, January 1st through the 5th. We will gather every single night here at Lifepointe Church, and we will gather for an hour. We're going to answer yes to the Lord's question. We will watch with you literally an hour. Every night we'll gather together. We'll seek the heart of God. We will grow in unity together, humbly in the place of prayer, seeking his face, interceding for the things that are on the Lord's heart. And it's our great pleasure to do that. And so I would encourage you, wherever you're at in your walk with the Lord, wherever you're at in your journey of learning to be a student of prayer, I would encourage you to come. There's a place for you to learn. I would encourage you to set aside your weak flesh, set aside all excuses, and lean into the invitation that the Spirit is willing, and come. Every single night from 6 to 7 we'll gather. All ages. We'll have discipleship for kids. We'll have discipleship for youth. All the adults will gather in the auditorium. We're going to seek the Lord, and we're going to see God move in our midst as we really run into 2024 with our eyes fixed on the author and perfecter of our faith. So come and join us.